Hey guys, good morning. So it's Saturday, August 18th, and as I'll be doing every Saturday for the next 10 or 11 weeks, we'll be updating you on the Point to Thumb Journey's adopted high school football team's outcomes. So far, we are 1 0 on the season. Congratulations to the Triton Trojans of Bourbon, Indiana, who posted a 30-17 victory last night, and I appreciate the folks letting me know about that. I don't know the players well enough to call them out by name. I know one gentleman had two touchdowns. I think he and his brother on the team. I think one long touchdown and one short one. But anyway, they won 30-17, so we're 1-0 so far as the PTT family, so that's pretty cool. I'm still here at the Wagon Wheel Motel. I'm going to be leaving shortly, but I wanted to come out here and enjoy, I don't know, just enjoy this ambiance one more time. Monster Long freight train just went by behind me. I had to wait about, I don't know, a good 6 minutes for it to go by. That's how long it was. So, as you can see, I'm not wearing my traditional yellow shirt. This is the first time I've worn a shirt. This is the Frisco's Got Sauced in Cuba, Missouri shirt, which I'm grateful to have and was presented with last night by just an amazing group of folks. Today is going to be a little bit different because I got what may end up happening to go forward is a sort of unknown. There's a town called St. James that's about 16 miles from where we are right now. It's a little less than I would normally do, although I don't mind a rest day. There's a town called Dillon there, which is about close to that 20-mile mark. But from what I understand, Dillon, there's not a lot in there in terms of people or commerce. And then past that is Rolla, which is probably a little too far today. So, short of somebody reaching out to me and some magic happening, it looks like St. James will be the destination for today. I did get a text last night from Jimmy West that said he has a friend in St. James that wanted to meet with me, or at least meet me, which is always nice to have. So I'm working on making that happen today. I don't know if that necessarily means a place to stay or what's going to happen, but we're going to play that by ear. But as I like to kind of give you guys an update where I'm heading, I guess I should probably give you an update. I really got to later today take a look at that. I have the information inside my little room, but this morning I've got to get up and do some laundry, and I got to get up and go to, I think I got to get to the Walmart. So the laundromat's about an hour north of town, of the downtown area, and then the Walmart's up that way as well. So I'll probably do that while the wash is going, and then I'll be able to post later on, where we're going to be heading next week, so we can look ahead. I got some positive feedback about possibly doing a live stream for like a Q&A, and I'll think about that today and figure out, maybe we'll do that a couple of times a week and announce a certain time for everybody. So recap of yesterday. Left town and making good time. Was in Sullivan. I had to get some meds in the morning. Thought that might take a long time. The pharmacy over at Walgreens was fabulous, knowing what I'm doing and getting me in and out real quick, so I was able to get what I needed and hit the road. And was moving real well. It was a neat moment. I don't know if I shared this with you guys. I was going to live stream from there. It was a neat moment where the sun was beating down on me, and the service road is here and the highway is over here, and there's a creek running underneath one of the bridges, and I went and sat down under the bridge. It was kind of cool to just sit underneath it. These cars rolling over your head. Well, I was under the service once, they weren't rolling over my head, but cars going over your head, and just this kind of peaceful silence. I was looking into the little fish in the creek and things like that. But I was in the shade, had a couple of waters. I got had some protein bars, which I also got to pick up today. And then I made my way on into town, and I'm at the Wagon Wheel Motel right now, which is iconic on Route 66. And if you've seen the movie Cars, it was the basis of the little places where the where Lightning McQueen backs into and stays. But a mile outside of town, this gentleman just offered me, "Can I give you a ride in the town?" Probably had only a mile or maybe a mile or two to go. And that's humanity, so I said, "Sure." And we got in the car and I introduced myself. His name is Shane, and we started talking. I told him what I was doing. This guy's so proud of his town. He's like, "Well, I'll tell you what. Let me go back. Let me take you back to my house. Let's get in the truck. If you want to take some pictures, I'll get the convertible. We'll cruise around town. I'll show you everything about town. It's a really, really cool little town with little murals, and that's exactly what he did. He took me 8 miles south to a town called Steelville, which has still an operational phone booth. Let me take a lot of pictures. Took me up north of town, up where I'm going to be going today with the laundromat. That part is what I'd expect from any interstate kind of town. It's got all your fast foods and your conveniences, and then just 2 miles south, you've got this amazing little downtown. And then I didn't know what to expect. As I shared with you guys the day before, one of the people that looks out for me on my journey reached out to. I don't honestly know how it all happened. I have to get some more details for the book, but somehow they reached out to this community, and this community responded in the hugest of ways. So first I was offered a meal, and then said, "Hey, I got some people I want you to meet." When I came in, I got to meet some amazing family. Annalie, son Chris, granddaughter Sierra. We talked for a while. As I got there, there's somebody with a camera. It turns out to be a producer or a director producer for a news program that I think is going to air on August 31st. I've got the card with the Facebook page. I got to share it with you guys. I don't know how to do that, man. I tried to go on and like it from my page. I just don't know how to do that. So I'm going to have to ask Toby to kind of bail me out again. So, Jimmy West came out and introduced me to the whole staff, and everybody was just so friendly and so nice. But speaking with Annalie and the family and sharing the point of thumb message, and Leanne, who was the television producer, hung out with us afterwards, because I guess it's a smaller town, so everybody, I shouldn't say everybody knows somebody, but I think Leanne's daughter works with Annalie, I think. So I think that's how that worked. And as I'm sitting at the restaurant, I get a text from somebody, "Hey, stop by this winery tomorrow," and I'm in the restaurant now, and introduce yourself, so I can say hi and thank you for following. It was almost like it was a, I don't know what to say, whether it was a party thrown in my honor, whether it was a going away party or a welcome home party or a birthday party. It was just nice. And Christina, I kept forgetting. I got to double check that. Anyway, later on, Annalie's daughter came by, and her husband and her daughter, her other granddaughter rather. Just very nice people. I had a lot of fun. And I can't even begin to explain it. So here these people arranged for a meal, people to talk to and spread my message, hang out. And I've been making journey friends, and a lot of them are friends for life, people that I know, I'll stay in touch with, even if it just means, how are you doing, and stay in the kids' relationships. Sierra's dealing with some stuff at school. I let her know she can reach out to me anytime she wants. She's 2 years older than my daughter, so I know my daughter's going to be going through the same thing. Social media these days with kids is tough. I had my high school years weren't, they weren't drastic, but I had a crazy situation that not a lot of people know about. But this was all done before two things. One is social media, but that would have been a big deal. It was done before guns became so readily available to kids, because that might have been a big deal. But anyway, just tough right now. Same way us adults that are living paycheck to paycheck and week to week, and and that's basically my biggest theory on why we're so indifferent to each other. Isn't that we want to be indifferent, is that life isn't easy, and we're so consumed with just surviving. And I don't mean like scratching to get food from the ground or something like that, but you get a full day, you go to work, you gotta get kids here, run kids there, play Uber Dad, and then you gotta get home and you gotta remember 2 bills, and then you get this one at that practice and this one over here, and somehow you made a commitment to the church or the little league or the neighbor, and you gotta get all these things done. And then of course work can get you anytime these days because of technology. So while there's advantages to, I gotta get that tripod fixed. While there's advantages to technology making things easier, you're always accessible. And even if you care about what you do and your phone's going off, and even if you don't want to look at it, you tend to look at it and get involved mentally. And life is just, we're all so busy surviving our own little, cocoon of a world, that it's hard to care about the person over there and the person over there. They're surviving theirs. They don't really have time to care about mine. I don't have time to care about theirs, and that's just my observation, and that's what I hope can change somewhat. Um, but I mean, I could go on and on for hours about these people, and I will when the book comes. But I can't. It was just an amazing night. How they welcomed me and my message, and like I said, I'm proudly wearing this Frisco shirt. And if I haven't already, I'll ask you guys to go on their Facebook page and thank them, thank Jimmy and the town. If you see the Facebook, if the town has a Facebook page, you know, Cuba, Missouri has been just awesome. So please, on my behalf, reach out to him, thank him for me. Um, Definitely going to be the town itself is beautiful. This is one of those towns, as I said, sometimes you got nothing to do with the town. It's one of my favorites because of the people. Um, Woodstock, Illinois, was one of those towns that the people were fantastic, but the town itself was so beautiful as well. And this town is much like that. You know, even if the people weren't polite here, the town itself is so spectacular. And then when the people, you had the people who are spectacular on top of it, just fantastic. So it's real quiet right now. I like to get an early start, especially when I know I got to go do laundry, and that's going to take some time. I'll get a chance to write my book. Congratulations to Triton. um, I think Ontario, Ohio opens up next week, as does the Convoy High School, and I'll get that name down. I promise you I will. They open up next week as well. And really, that's about it for today. So I'll keep you updated as I go, as I get into St. James, as I get some things done in the daytime. I'm still not sure today is over here. I don't know, just something about this town that tells me that there's something here left for me to talk to or see or do it. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. So we'll see what happens. But I know I want to get my, you know, when I do this drive-through with my kids, I want to come back here for sure. Just phenomenal. So guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for paying attention, or you know, caring what I have to say. And like I said, if you could reach out to the people, to Shane, who owns the pawn shop in town, Golden Diamond Pawn Shop. If you could reach out to Jimmy West over at Frisco's. If you could reach out to Annalie, I'm sure we can find her in town. Just great folks. And Sierra, don't worry about it. Trust me, Sierra, that blue-haired thing we talked about, we'll take care of that. I promise you. All right, kid? And we'll go from there. So I love you guys. Only Sierra and I know what I'm talking about there. Maybe your sister, cousin Lexi. But all right, guys, have a great day. The weather looks beautiful. Sky is clear as could be. And I'm going to be hitting the road here shortly. Okay? Oh, one of the other things I didn't mention while I was there, these folks went out and got me a brand new pair of shoes. So I was probably going to do another pair in about a week and a half. Now I've already got that set up, so I'm going to be good for quite a while as well. Now I can actually rotate the shoes and give them a little bit of a rest as well. So that's kind of a neat thing. So another thing that they did, Annalie just said, Jim, go with him and go with Jimmy and don't ask any questions. She was somebody you don't ask any questions of. So I went and they got me a pair of shoes. So I forgot the gentleman's name, runs the shop. I think one of the H, I don't want to get his name wrong, and Billy, who helped me out there. Just great people. So, all right, guys, thanks for everything. I love yous, and I'll talk to you soon.